You want to talk about the cannibalistic cults that we're fighting against? This is the cannibal hymn to Pharaoh Unis. This is the old religion, the old gods of the rulers that they have used for time immemorial. This is why these people are cannibals. This is why they consume the flesh of children and of men and women. And that's why these organ trafficking operations and all of these other things take place, because people draw power from this. These are the inscriptions about the cannibalistic rituals of the priest class and the king class and what they were using to rule and dominate and control people for thousands of years. These were the things my family members sat down and read as they mutilated children and grew in power. These are the ways that people get honeypotted and blackmailed to this day. And you know what? We have an absolute duty to do our utmost to resist evil wherever it is. And we need men and women to rise up now like never before and cast off the chains of our oppressors and speak the truth more clearly, more passionately, but with great love. Because even if we speak with the voice of angels, but we lack love, we'll be like banging gongs to our friends, our families, our neighbors. But you know what? If we have love, if we are rooted and grounded in love, and you know what? It was because I finally felt love from that woman who is right now watching over my children, who is sleeping with my children and protecting them and feeding them and literally giving her life away for my children to have life. She didn't murder my children in the womb. She went on the road with me and we ran from these monsters. We ran from these perverts. And we said, my family, as far as it is unto me, will never know that kind of abuse. My family will know poverty if that's what it takes, because I would rather gain an inheritance from my King of Kings in the end. I would rather store up treasures in heaven where moth and rust and thief will not break in, because my hunger and my need for help and for healing and for restoration is nothing that can ever be satisfied in this world. You couldn't give me a big enough stick to punish the wicked with. But you know what? I long for the day when I see fire burn these people to the ground. I want them to suffer as so many have suffered. I want them to pay for their crimes. But you know what? I no longer take vengeance into my hands. I use this to fight for vengeance for a lot of my life. But you know what? I use this now because I have found that this sword and that this word and that these books are so much more powerful at equipping people to live an authentic, courageous life. And I'm calling on each and every one of you, live for the ways of truth. Live an authentic life, even if you're persecuted, even if you're hated, you're mocked, you're belittled, you are tormented. It is better because it will build up in you character and endurance and perseverance, and it will make you a better man, a better woman, a better son, and a better daughter than you could ever hope to be. And this is what we need: men and women who lay down their lives for their children. Children should not have to lay their lives down for their fathers and their mothers. Fathers and mothers, we should lay our lives down for our children. And by doing so, we can give the next generation an opportunity to know freedom. I have 4 children right now in my life. They now have an opportunity to live in freedom. And you know what? I would rather raise them in anonymous poverty but with an abundance of life around them, than to raise them in the palaces that they offered me with the perversions that came with them, so that Naomi can be Naomi, so she can have chickens and flocks and rabbits and horses and get to live the life that she longs to live, that she can grow in her talents and her abilities. I want my daughter Jubilee to be able to be brilliant because her words are so powerful. She is so capable and articulate, and she has such a heart of love in her. I learned love, and it cured me of the psychopathy. I learned that apathy and indifference was what was killing my relationships. But you know what? We must love our neighbors as ourselves. And you know what? That's why we must lay our lives down for our friends. And by doing so, we will show them who our king is, who our creator is. It's not going to come through our violence. It's going to come through our sacrifice. And as we do that, we will get to show them a better way.
Love it. We're going to pray for you. Folks, do please include Nathan and his family, his lovely wife, and his children in your prayers. They really do need your prayers. And I want to share the website for those of you who care enough to donate and buy the book. You can do so right here. Order your copy today and hit the donate button. Cash App, Venmo. Venmo is way better than PayPal. PayPal is so dodgy. Like I said, they terminated me years ago without cause, without warning. I have no idea why they did, other than I guess who I am and what I speak about. They don't like it. Same with all the other social media platforms, with the exception of BitChute, CloudHub, Rumble. We appreciate you so much, Nathan. God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much, Sean, for having me on.
Always a pleasure.